Well, the infamous Stringdusters make music the way the bluegrass pioneers did, all together at once. And that sounds like it would be easy, but as a musician myself, it's actually quite a challenge, but they do it really well. I'm so excited to talk to Andy Hall, singer and dobro player of the Stringdusters. Andy, it's so good to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Well, we're big fans around here.
Oh, that's good to hear.
It's good times for you guys. You're hot on the heels off of a Grammy nomination. You've got a new album that just dropped. What can we hear on the new album? Tell me all about it.
Sure, yeah. Well, it's a tribute to Flatt and Scruggs. So Flatt and Scruggs were some of the originators of bluegrass music. They were some of the inventors. It came to prominence in the late 40s and 50s. And then in the 60s, they wrote the theme song for the Beverly Hillbillies, a popular TV show.
Oh my gosh,
and really
okay.
propelled the music kind of into the mainstream.
Yeah.
And so obviously that music is a big influence on us. We play more of a modern style of bluegrass, but we wanted to pay tribute to the people that kind of invented the music and do these songs kind of our own way. So that was the idea behind the album.
That's really cool. A tribute to Flatt and Scruggs. So make sure you guys definitely download that album. All right, you and Andy Falco both play guitars, but you play the dobro. A lot of people may not be familiar with that, but talk to me about the distinction of a dobro guitar versus another guitar.
Correct. Well, I figured I would have it handy just to sometimes it's easier to show than
it's so
to
cool.
describe. So instead of playing it like this, you actually play it like this on your lap.
Okay.
Flat like this.
Yep.
And it has what's called a resonator in it to make it louder. So and you play it with a slide. I have this slide here. It's like a steel bar.
It's not a pick. Okay.
Right. And you just slide it up and down the strings. And you want to hear what it sounds like?
Yes, I do want to hear a little bit. That's pretty sweet. It's also very distinctive. It sounds bluegrass right off the top. I love it.
Yeah, it's a very distinctive sound. That's why I chose it. I started as a guitar player, but there's a lot of those out there, so I thought I would do something different. And I love that singing sound that it has.
It's so crisp and pretty. Not as common, is it?
Not very common at all, but yeah, you find it in bluegrass, sometimes in blues. And Flatt and Scruggs had one of the first bluegrass dobro players in their band, so it was fun for me to get to revisit some of those sounds and kind of interpret them my own way.
Well, it sounds awesome. Well, the infamous Stringdusters have played Colorado venues a few times this year. What do you like about audiences right here in Colorado?
Yeah, it's funny, you think of bluegrass maybe as coming more from the South or the Southeast, but Colorado has some of the best bluegrass fans in the country. Super enthusiastic.
Oh, yeah.
They turn out in big numbers, and so Colorado has really become our band's kind of de facto home. And yeah, we love playing in the mountains. Something about bluegrass in the mountains go really well together.
Yeah.
Being outside, having a craft beer, all that stuff seems to really go well together. And so we do love playing here in Colorado.
What a good time. Okay, well, the band itself, I mean, you guys have won Grammys before, you've been nominated. How did the band come together? Take me back to the early days, how it all started.
Sure, yeah. Well, we all went to Nashville individually before we met to be musicians, to be bluegrass or country musicians. That's kind of the mecca of that type of music. So I moved to Nashville in 2001 and was there for years. Played at different country bands. I actually got to play in Dolly Parton's band for a while.
Really? Okay.
And played with Earl Scruggs, who the banjo player for Flatt and Scruggs. He's, old at that time, but still had a band. So we all came to Nashville, played in different bands, and then we were all of similar age and wanted to make music that was progressive bluegrass. We met each other playing in sort of different side bands and got together and said, hey, we're side musicians, but we all want to be artists ourselves. So we left our respective gigs and came together, made a band, started writing music, and so it all got started in Nashville about 18 years ago. So we've been doing this for a minute.
That's pretty cool, and I'm so glad everything played out with y'all meeting, getting together, writing. I mean, that's a long process, but you guys got through it, and here you are today. Well, what would you say is your favorite track on the new album?
Yeah, well, you know, I may be biased, but the one that I sing is called.
We'll have to look out for that one.
It's called Down the Road.
Down the Road.
Yeah, it really embodies sort of this bluegrass sound. A big thing with bluegrass music is the rhythm and this sort of galloping, kind of energetic, rhythmic sound. And the Down the Road has this kind of loping feel that really makes you feel like you're headed down like a country road or something.
Okay.
So yeah, Down the Road is my favorite, and I feel like it's a good sort of representation of like the music as a whole.
We'll have to look out for that particular song, and Andy sings in it, so make sure you listen to that. And then you said August 5th is your next big show. That is at Dillon Amphitheater?
Yep, Dillon Amphitheater up in Dillon, Colorado. Actually, the night before we play Mishawaka Amphitheater. I remember that. That's up near Fort Collins. So we've got two shows kind of in the general area in August, so you should check that out.
All right, everyone. We'll mark those calendars to come see the Stringdusters in August, and of course get that new album. Andy, such a pleasure to have you here this morning.
Thank
Much
you.
success to you and the rest of the band.
Appreciate
and
it.
love the dobro. Super cool. Okay, the Infamous Stringdusters' new album, A Tribute to Flatt and Scruggs, is available now wherever you get music. They're playing June 15th through the 18th at the Telluride Bluegrass Festival as well, so plenty of opportunities to go check out these awesome guys.